Hello and thank you for joining me. I'm Heather Forgan of stampwithnellie.com. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator in the UK. Today I want to show you how to make this beautiful 3-layered stamped card, and I have used the Love of Leaves stamp set, and I have also used the coordinating dies for some of the leaves there, and I've used the stitched rectangle dies to cut out the layers, and I will show you how to do that. But first of all, I'm just going to show you how to stamp the panel for the front. So it may seem a little bit strange that at the beginning of spring that I'm using what really are quite autumnal colours, but the reason I'm doing that is that terracotta tile is one of the in colours that will be retiring very soon. So I really want to remind people just how much of a lovely colour it is, and I'm combining it with Calypso Coral and also Cajun Craze on there. So those are the 3 colours that I've used to stamp with. And to start off, I'm going to use my main colour, which is terracotta tile. That's the colour of the card that I've used as well. Ink up that stamp. Now this is a photopolymer stamp, and it is a distinctive stamp, so there are parts of the stamp that won't take as much ink as the other ones, and that's how you get that textured look there, which was great if you're a beginner stamper. As I mentioned recently in one of my blog posts, you know, there's a bit there that hasn't got any ink on it. Doesn't really matter because it's all very abstract anyway. And then I'm just going to fill in the rest of this piece using the other colours I mentioned. So this is Calypso Coral, and I'm just going to put that down in the corner there. I'm trying to not totally fill the space, but not have too many big gaps. And I find it easier to kind of start in the middle and work my way out. But whatever works for you is absolutely fine by me. And I've got another one there. Appear to be missing one of my stamps. Found it. I had obviously placed it somewhere safe. There. And then I can have that one more. Let me just do this one. Just wanting to mix up the colours and fill in little bits of the space in there. I'm going to turn that round, it's easier for me to work on, and pop that in that space there. Fits nicely. And I'm going to change the colour on that one. Put that there. And I think I need another one of these, at least partial. Pop that there. And I can just add in little extra bits in the corners. And just along the edges. I'm happy with that. Let me just put my ink pads away. I also stamped some of the leaves and used the coordinating dies to cut them out. I've already done that ahead, and these are the dies, so they come in two parts. That bit will cut the outside edge, and then that piece there will just pierce the little stitch parts on there like that. Really nice. It gives it so much more texture as well. So I've already, as I said, I've done that ahead of time. The sentiment is also from the same stamp set, Love of Leaves. And now it is just a case of putting it together. To get the different layers, I am using the stitched rectangle dies. And I'm going to put that one and then that one. And I've got another piece of terracotta tile card where I've used the one that's slightly bigger than that one, and this one is slightly bigger than that one there, and that will give us our layers there. So it looks as if there's all these different levels of card, but there isn't really, because I'm just using the one piece on there. So I'll bring in my Stampin' Cut and Emboss. I've actually already cut those ones there, so it is just to do this one. And I want to make sure that I've got this fairly straight, so I'm going to use just tiny bits of washi tape. Because I haven't used this piece of washi tape before, what I tend to do is just put it against my hand, take it off a couple of times, and then it makes it even less tacky. It's enough to hold it in place, but it won't be difficult to take off and won't bring any of my stamped image along with it when I do try and take it off. Worth just taking that extra second or two to do that. Okay, so quite happy with those. Bring in my machine. And another tip is to always put your rectangles on, put them through the machine at an angle. If you put them straight on, it's going through the rollers all at the one time, whereas with there, it got that bit first and then it moved through. So it just makes it a lot less clunky and easier to get nice even pressure right across. Okay, so I'm going to carefully peel that washi tape back off. There we are. And simply take the pieces apart. And I'm finished with those. Do the same with this. That piece is waste. And I've already gone ahead and made my card base. The dimensions for all these pieces will be on my blog post. There'll be a link to that blog post in the description bar below. as well as a link to all of the products that I've used in this video, and if you're in the UK, then you can click on any of those product links to visit my online Stampin' Up shop. So I'm just wanting to make sure that I've got them evenly spaced with the same border around, and then that one will go onto there. I was going to bring in my silicone mat, but it's fine. So I'm just adding glue to the outside there, just the outside edge, and then that one can go on top of this one. Again, just trying to make sure that it's straight as possible. And this one, can go onto this one. And then I'll actually put this one onto the card first. There we are, nice and straight, and then I can add glue right across this whole piece and pop that in the middle. Like so. Nice and easy, nice and effective. Looks as if there's lots and lots of layers, but it's not too bulky to pop in the mail. I am going to add a little bit of bulk though. I'm going to add these with Stampin' Dimensionals. I'm going to put one on the back of each of the leaves. And just pop the leaves on randomly. Fingers are sticky in the backings for the dimensionals didn't want to come off. Yay. There. I've got those there, and then I'm going to put dimensionals along the bottom of the label, like so, and a little bit of glue along the top there so that it will stick to the leaves. And you can just choose where you want to place that. So I'm just lining up that edge with that edge there, and quite happy with that. Last bit to add was a linen bow, and I meant to do this ahead of time, but I forgot. So linen thread, just double it up, snip that, then do loops, that through. I've got glue on my fingers so nothing wants to play. There we are. So I want a nice neat little bow if possible. There we go, like that. Put that way, and then I can decide where I want to cut my tails. About there, I think. Okay. Might need to cut that a little bit. Nice. Yep. And I'm just going to add that to my card with a mini glue dot. So just roll up the glue dot like that. Pop it at the back of the knot there. And then onto your card. Like that. Okay, so along with the messy mat, I have 2 of these lovely cards to send to people to let them know that I was thinking of them. Please do click on the description bar below and visit my blog to get all of the other details about these cards. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye bye.